We are going to talk about the difference between no and not right now, okay? Who wants to unmute themselves, not in our personal lives, but in our professional lives, in our sales career? Does anyone want to throw out some examples? I put some graphics up on there. I got a skull and crossbones for no. I got a flight delay because I travel a lot for not right now. Somebody unmute yourself and tell me what give me some examples of what's the difference in your sales career between a no and a not right now. Anyone? Just unmute yourself. You don't even need to raise your hand.
I have people that will be like, I'm not ready to do the roof treatment right now, but I want to do it in the springtime. Perfect
example of a not right now. We're going to do this in the springtime. Somebody else give me an example of a no. I realize you guys are in Easton University and you never hear no. You do. We all do. It's just part of the game. Somebody else give me an example of a no. That was a good example of a not right now. Let's pick this up in the spring. You guys hear this right now a lot. Let's pick this up in Q1. Go ahead. Give me an example of a no.
It's not in the budget right now.
Oh man, can't do it. It's not in the budget. We're not going to do it. It's not in the budget. I like that. Okay, somebody else who's been told no on a deal that you thought you would win. Oh, I'm going to land this deal. It's so good. And I'm not looking to like criticize your answer. This is not a trick question. I'm not even going to critique you. I just want to hear a real world example from the Easton Army who's been told on a no on a deal that they thought they would win. And what did you do about it?
They don't have enough information yet.
But what did you do about, give me an example of a deal you were told no on that you thought you would win, Brian, and what you did. And I'm not looking for the right answer. I'm just looking for a real answer.
I can't give you any specifics really, but when I have talked to people about no or not right now, it's because they haven't had enough information yet or the correct information.
I get it. Yeah,
to make a decision.
I get it. Sounds. It's good. Holds a little bit of water. Sounds like the car sales guys. Of course you need to think about it. I haven't given you enough not to think about it. It's weird. I still can't decode that one. Danielle, go ahead. Who's been told no, and what did you do about it?
Yeah, hey guys.
Hey.
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the no, going back to the no on the deal that we had. So a lot of times we'll close a deal with Roof Max, we sell roof treatment sprays, and then the homeowner will come back with wife said no. So a lot of rebuttals I do that one is, well, can I talk to your wife? Can I answer any questions? Can I clarify anything? Sometimes it helps, sometimes it does not.
Yep. And you just drifted down a lane that we're going to talk about here in a second when you said rebuttal. I'm not saying there was anything wrong with that rebuttal. Anybody else? Tony G, Santos, Rick, Barrett. Anybody else got an example of like you were told no? What did you go for it?
So I think this is Kevin. Hey, so I'm in the middle of a deal now where the guy is all excited about our product, tells me exactly what he wants. We exchange pricing. He gives me dates he wants it installed. I made clear to him I need a PO.
Yep.
And it's radio silence.
Okay.
So, and I know the guy's busy, but I mean, literally he couldn't do it fast enough.
Right.
And now it's ghosting. So
okay.
What I'm doing about it is I think last week left him voicemails, him and his CFO, an email and said, hey, let me give you my A and my B priorities. What I need to know first is the PO and the location we're shipping to and training at. And then after that, we can talk about these other things. Here's my B's, but these are the two things I need from you right now.
Okay.
So I decided to give them Monday, like any business, Monday's not the best day. So today's the follow-up. But at some point I'm struggling with, am I, I don't want to harass this guy out of the deal.
I got you on that one. Let's pick that one up after this no right now. Because you're in neither of those places. You're in no man's land right? We were looking for no. You're in no man's land. You're in, they ghosted you. They ghosted you land. So that's a whole nother ball of wax there. All right, so let me talk through a little bit about this between no and not right now and some things that we don't think about. But you're lucky because you pay just a little bit of money and you get to hang out with a super dork that thinks about this kind of stuff. Okay, here's the deal, because I've been studying this my whole life. When you are told no, look at how calm I'm trying to be with these pop-ups. I'm doing good. Staying real calm with the pop-ups, guys. Okay, when you are told no, all right, here's something that nobody talks about. When we automatically go into rebuttal mode, when we fight the person. Hey, no, I get it, Santosh. Santosh, how do I tell you, I think you might be making a mistake without hurting your feelings, Santosh. If I could just have 10 minutes, I really wish we could circle back on this. When you're told no, okay, and you fight the person back, even when you're right, you're going to win about 6% of those deals. No means no, guys. At Easton University, from here on out, until I tell you differently, no means no. Okay? Stop trying. Well, if I could have 5 minutes time, if I could talk to so-and-so, don't grovel at that point. Don't grovel at that point. This is a multi-round fight. This is a multi-event engagement. Just like your relationship with your spouse. Don't get a freaking divorce when you don't need to get a divorce. Sometimes you gotta leave and go to Chipotle and cool off, right? Go to Chipotle and cool off. When somebody tells you no, okay, don't get into grovel mode. Don't get into response mode. Don't get into fighting them mode, because you will close some of those deals, but you'll only close 6% of them. Here's how we can dramatically increase our odds by about 4 times better, okay? No still means no, okay? Those deals would have been won later if the salesperson did not fight the no. 28% of the time. 6% of the time we will win the deal when we fight the no. 28% of the time when we're told no, if we don't fight that no, we're going to end up getting the deal. Because here's what ends up happening, and anybody who's a parent who has had a parent, oh, that's all of us. We've all either had a parent or we are a parent. You know what it's like when you tell your kids no, or if you remember what your parents were like, you know what it was like when your dad or your mom told you no on something. If it was anything in my house, it was no means no. And the more you pushed in that moment, the more you were just bang, 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 shooting all your bullets in the air because they just told you no. The likelihood of them, you know what? My dad's name was Roy. You know what, boy? He called me boy. He was Roy and I was boy. You know what, boy? You make an excellent point there. Let me give you the 77 International Scout to take that girl out. Hell's to the no. When my dad, hey dad, can I use the Scout? Hell no. Right? When my dad said hell no, it meant hell no. Back off, retreat. Let some time pass. Come back with some new data. So when you guys hear no on your deals, I understand. I'm with you. I hear you. We don't have the budget right now. Understand? I'm with you. I hear you. Look at that. I can rotate those. There's a country song in there somewhere. I hear you. I'm with you. I understand. I understand. I'm with you. I hear you. I'm with you. I understand. I hear you. I don't care what your order is. Just use one of them at least. Right? No, we're not going to do this. Couldn't get it approved. Not going to happen. Don't have the budget. We're going to go with one of your competitors. I understand. I'm with you. I hear you. Okay? And then be locked and loaded with your net outcome statement. With your net outcome statement. That is not, if I could have 5 minutes of your time, if I could talk to your wife, if I could just meet with the CFO, if I could just show you one more case study. Santosh, if I could just send you one more case study, I really think you'll understand the value in working with. No problem. No problem, Dr. Santosh. We will be here when you need to collect those invoices at a much higher clip and ahead of schedule. Fair enough? The outcome, not what you sell. Not all be here when you need receivables. Not all be here when you need sales coaching. No problem, Brian. Totally get it. Man, Matt, I cannot afford $500 a month for sales coaching. Totally understand. I'm with you. I will be here when you need to take your income from $242,000 to $611,000. Fair enough? okay? Here's another derivation that you can handle when somebody tells you no. No, we're not going to do it. I don't have the budget. I can't afford $500. We're going to punt this till next. Well, punt till next spring is not right now. Sorry, that's a bad example. We're not doing this. We're going with the competitor. I understand. I'm with you. I hear you. Right? You couldn't do me a small favor, could you? Sure, Stacy. What is it? If, as you're working with that other company on the logistics, I'm not sure how far along you are with them, but as I heard everything that you guys were talking about with the office move and everything that's going on in the storage in between, I really feel like I have a good handle on your situation. And I really feel like I've scoped this out perfectly. And based on everything you've told me, we've helped literally over 1,000 companies just like you do moves just like this. I'm 100% confident that we can get this done for you. But again, it doesn't matter what I think, and I want you to have the right solution for you, right? And if that happens to be with somebody else, I'm totally okay with that, right? We have a lot of clients. At the end of the day, we might not be for everybody. But Matt, if you could do me this favor, if you're working with them, anything doesn't feel right, you come back and look at the way they've scoped it. Maybe their scope was off. Maybe the pricing was off. Maybe they start to miss deadlines. Maybe they miss a meeting. Anything at all, Stacy, or Stacy's talking to me, anything at all, Matt, does not feel right with that other partner on this move, could you do me this favor? Could you give me a call? Right? Because I would love to do the move for you. But again, I want to be respectful of your decision. Fair enough? That is the antithesis of Stacy going, well, Matt, how do I tell you I think you're making a mistake? Right? We've done this for over 100 years. True. By the way, Stacy's done it, not Stacy himself. Stacy, your Botox is awesome. You're not that awesome. He's not 131 years old. He's 31, guys. Don't fight them in that moment. Asking for a favor is not fighting them in that moment. And then, guys, if that no holds and they don't call you back, where are they going? This is Easton University, not, hey, of course you need more time to think about it. I haven't given you enough to think about. How about we go into my office? I'll give you some more stuff to think about. Weird word tracks. I don't know where some of this stuff online comes from. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, here's what does make sense to me. A sustainable gosh darn pipeline. A sustainable gosh darn pipeline. So you're going to call them back in 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 9 months. I don't know. You're going to come up with your own flow pattern for your sustainable pipeline. You're not going to call them back with commission breath, okay? You're going to call them back to add value. That is not, hey, Santos, we talked 6 months ago and you said you were going to have Greenway do your invoices. I just want to see if they've effed up the deal because I'd really like to do it. We're not doing that. In 6 months, hey, man, there's something going on that every practice administrator is having to deal with. I just want to make sure you're aware of it, Matt. Boom, adding value, okay? Who's been told not right now on a deal? I know we got some examples before, but just give me a raise your hand. We don't have to go through any more examples. Not right now. Going to do it in the spring. Going to do it next year. Okay? They're delaying the deal. They're telling us not right now. What do we do usually? You know what we do usually when we hear not right now? Okay. All right. Or worse, we go, well, what if I could give you a discount to make it happen right now? It's that time of year for us, guys, right? We're going to start doing that. That's a drug you don't want to do. Be real careful with that drug, guys. Like if this was one of those 1950s movies, I'm going to call this discount mania. Brad and Tommy were great kids till they went to the rock and roll show and somebody gave them a laced cigarette with discount. Now they have discount mania. That's what happens this time of year, right? Somebody goes, hey man, we need to hold this off until springtime. But wait, what if I could give you $2,000 off? What if I can give you a free SKU transfer module? Whatever the hell you're giving them for free? All you're doing at that point is telling them that you were trying to screw them over before. I wasn't trying to screw them over before. I'm trying to get the deal. Doesn't matter. That's what they hear. What they hear is, I was trying to overcharge you before. Now you've complained and said you're going to do it later and the price gets better. Death loop. We talked about that last time. Death loop. Now you're just lowering your price, and the more they delay you, the more you lower your price. Okay? So let's talk about delays. Delays, hi, probably seen a few of you in a few airports. Okay? I've seen Jen, and I'm sure Jen and I have walked by each other in an airport before, because Jen travels a lot, so do I. Jen knows this, I know this, you guys know this, the Easton Army knows this. Delays can become cancellations. It's not good. Delays suck. Cancellations are worse, okay? 15% of the deals that delay end up closing if there's not a system of next steps, okay? So we gotta have a system of next steps. We'll win back 15% of those delays. Is that number low? Yeah, because I'm realistic. Usually when people delay, there's more to that. Don't go thinking when somebody says, hey, after the first of the year, that you're like, holy crap, will it be during the bowl game or after the bowl game? I don't know. By January 7th, though, I'm going to be driving a Lambo because I got 452 deals that told me they were going to close after the first of the year. It's not true. It's not going to happen. Okay? So only 15% of those are going to close if there's not a system for next steps. Not a system for next steps. Got to have a system for next steps. I'm going to explain what that is here in a second. 35% of those deals that delay will end up closing if the salesperson controls every next steps. Keywords here being, guys, you need to control the next steps. That is not, call me after the first of the year, I'll call you after the first of the year. Okay? Nobody's in control there. That's just talk, right? What's a good next step, right? What's a good next step for me? Call me on this date, right? What makes that date important? Anytime somebody guys, straight out of your portal, anytime somebody says, call me after the first of the year, you need to call them on that bull junk and go, what makes first of the year important, right? Well, I mean, because then we're going to have new budgets. Got it. Well, just out of curiosity, when do you figure out those new budgets? Marty, when do we figure out Marty says we got to have the budgets in by October 11th. Yeah, which is why I had brought it up now to get it on budget, because unless I'm confused here, if I reach out to you, it's not going to be on the budget, then we're going to be talking about for 2026, right? You guys have to control this stuff. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Sound familiar? It's our favorite country song. I understand, I'm with you, I hear you. If I can just put my dog in my truck and give me one beer, I'll drive out of here. Right? We're gonna go to our country song. I understand, I hear you. Hey man, we gotta punt this till next year. Okay? We gotta punt it. I understand, I'm with you, I hear you. Don't argue with them. No, you don't. Don't say that. Okay? Now, what I would like you to do is monetize. Here's something no sales coach has ever told you. Okay, there's a few of them out there telling you apparently that you haven't given them enough not to think. Again, Derek, my man, I saw you laughing on this. We're both totally confused on this. I haven't given you enough not to think about. I do not understand that one. I would pay some money to understand that one. Here's what I do understand. What I do understand and what no other sales coach will tell you is I'm fine with them delaying. Here's what I'm not fine with. Not fine with them not owning the consequences. Okay? If my wife does not want to take the 10 a.m. flight, she needs to own the consequences that it's going to be $1,900 for us to change our flight to the 2 p.m. That we're also not going to be able to check in onto our hotel on time. That she's not going to have time to shower and do her hair. And then we're going to be late to the Morgan Wallen concert in Las Vegas because she doesn't want to get up early for the 10 a.m. flight. As long as she's okay with that, I'm okay with that, right? It's just less money we'll have for, I don't know, buying handbags when we're in Vegas. Whoa. Time out. I will get up earlier, right? There's that Chanel store I want to hit, right? Make them own the consequences. Listen, Derek, listen, Santosh. If we delay, and hopefully you've monetized the deal, with us getting involved with your invoices, we're talking about an additional $17,551 per month in top-line revenue to the business. If we delay for 2 months, what is that, guys? 35,000 plus. We're at 35, just ballpark it, $35,000 in top-line revenue that's lost. Right? As long as you're okay with that, Sean, I'm okay with that. Well, I mean, I don't want to necessarily lose the money, right? But which is why I recommend we get it going right now. right? When they delay, make them lay out the consequences because they're not doing it internally. By the way, this is one of the dumbest things that companies do, and they will continue to do it. This is why management consultants make so much money, because companies are dumb. They're dumb. Individuals are dumb too, but companies are even dumber. They'll be like, oh, let's just do this in springtime. Oh, let's just do it in springtime. And not realize that, oh, wait a minute, that's going to cost us $791,000 to wait. You have to remind them of that. If there are other ramifications involved that are on your end, supply, pricing, partners that could work with them, ability to install, ability to deliver, you need to be saying that as well. You need to also be using these very impactful words. Next best, right? Hey, Santosh, totally get it. I just want to be crystal clear on something. When you and I went through the numbers, and I felt like this was conservative, but I'm fine with these numbers. You had mentioned that if we take over this particular area of the purchasing, we're going to be adding $9,000 in top line revenue to the organization. So if we wait a couple months here, that's 18 grand. There's something else that there's no reason why you would that you would be aware of this, so I want to make you aware of it right now. The way I scope this, I'm putting my top team on this, and they're ready to go. They are not slotted with any other medical practices right now. They're open for that window in the next 30 days to do your project, okay? If we miss out on this window, I just want to be crystal clear. The team that we talked about, remember you had Gina come in and Skip come in and everybody seemed to really get along with everybody. Gina and Skip are going to probably be on another account in 2 months. No sweat though. I will work with you. We will get the next best installation team at that point, right? Another way you can bring that, our pricing is in flux. We're dealing with a lot of stuff. We've got a hurricane bearing down. That could limit our ability to deliver. This could also limit our ability to come in and do, if it's roofing, to actually do the roof. We may be having to send triage teams out to the Southeast United States to help with disaster relief. So this springtime thing could end up being a June, July, August, September thing. As long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that, right? It's amazing though when you go, come on, you should do it now, because in the springtime we might not have availability in the springtime. If you wait, you might not get the team you want. They'll be like, I'll see about that, right? I was born at night. I wasn't born last night. And they'll challenge you on it. Nobody will challenge you if you say, as long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that, right? As long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Because there's no challenge there. You're saying, dude, I will go down that road with you. Hey, is that a bear? Yup, that's a bear. Ooh, is that poison ivy? Yeah, that's poison ivy there. Does the other road have no bears and poison ivy? No bears, poison ivy, it's a direct route, right? If you want to wait, we got to take the bears and poison ivy route. As long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that, right? I've had a shot. I've had the, what would I get with the bears? I don't know. I was going to say hepatitis. That's not it. Tetanus. I don't know. Rabid, the thing that makes you foam out of the mouth. Whatever. Rabies. I've had a rabies. I'll go down the bear route with you. So I understand. I'm with you. I hear you. Okay? If you're not going to monetize or you haven't monetized, gosh darn it, guys, for your own sake, at least be NSO when your deals are delayed. What the hell is NSO? You know this because you're on Easton University. Next Step Obsessed. If you guys know the normal pattern of Next Step Obsessed, does it make sense to get it done now? No, we got to wait till spring. What's a good next step? Right? We're just going to have to wait till spring. What's a good next step on my end? Call me in the spring. Right? Some of the time when a deal is delayed, you have to skip a few of those steps. I'm not saying don't be next step obsessed, but be smart. If you believe in your heart of hearts that when you say, what's a good next step for me, or what's a good next step on my end, they're going to say, call me after the first of the year. I know this goes against my own training. I want you to skip that step. And I want you to set a next step. That sounds like this. Hey man, Matt, with the budgets and everything that's going on with our offices merging and everything, we're just gonna have to wait till springtime on this. Totally understand. How about we do this? I'll shoot you over right now, just kind of a summary of the current situation, capabilities needed, next steps, and getting the job done right away. And then I'll call you, what is today? The 8th. How about we do this? I'll call you the 17th if I haven't heard from you before then. Okay, yeah, call me the 17th. Right? I'm not going to walk into, there's a bear and freaking poison ivy on that road. I'm not walking down that road, right? I'll call you on the 17th. Let them tell me, no, we're absolutely not going to look at this. We're absolutely not going to look at this, Matt, until the beginning of next year. At that point, what can you do? Go back to the monetization, right? Hey, we're at $9,000 a month in additional top line revenue. First of the year is 3 months away. That's another 20, what is that, guys? 24,000, 20, 18, 20, 25, I don't know. My math's bad right now. But let them, as long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Go through the consequences. And then remember, sustainable pipeline, okay? Sustainable pipeline. But this is different. This is a different call in your sustainable pipeline than when you were told no. I told you when somebody says, no, I'm not working with you, we're going with somebody else, and you call them back in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, whatever your cadence is, you're not selling them. In this case, when they delay, you are. Do you hear the difference? When somebody tells you no, you're not calling back to sell them because they'll slam the door in your face. Okay? I'm not teaching door-to-door sales. I'm teaching calling as a metaphor. Just want to be sure we're clear here. I don't want you knocking on anybody's door. It's not skillful. I digress. But when they told you, no, I'm not doing it, don't call them to sell them again. But when they say we're not doing it right now, hey, as promised, calling to see if it makes sense to get us rocking and rolling on the SKU transfer module so you guys can onboard another 32,000 units into the warehouse without having to hire additional staff. I'm on my mobile, 720-660-3202. Even better. Hey, Brad, Matt Easton here with Easton SKU transfer modules. Calling to, as promised, calling to see if it makes sense for us to get rocking and rolling on the SKU transfer module so you guys can onboard those 32,000 units a month into the warehouse. They're saving you $64,000 in payroll. I'm on my mobile, 720-660-3202. Don't think that they're going to remember the value from 3 months ago, okay? That's what I wanted to talk about today. We've got to be systematic. We've got to have a process. We've got to be cool, calm, and collected when we're either told no or we're told not right now. And the traditional way to sell in both of those events is not the skillful and systematic way. It's the emotional way. And emotions avail nothing in sales. They don't work. If you work in sales and you're serious about your career, I'm going to give you $300 right here, right now, to close more deals. Did we just become best friends? I think so. My name's Matt Easton. I'm the founder of Easton University. It's the most effective sales coaching system in the world. One little tiny piece of that sales coaching system is our mini masterclass on closing. It's $300. But I'm gonna cover the cost for you right now. I've set some money aside out of our marketing budget. If you click the link here, I will text you a code where you can go and grab the mini masterclass on closing. I'm gonna cover all of the cost for you. You pay nothing. There's no commitment on your end. My hope is that you close so much more business, you come and join us over at Easton University, but that choice is yours. If you wanna double, triple, quadruple your closing right now, click the link. I will text you a code to get the Easton University mini masterclass on closing right here, right now, and I'm gonna cover all the cost for you. Click the link. I'll see you on the other side.